Hello and welcome to the press conference after Game 4, Florida Southern versus West Florida. West Florida winning that game 11-6. Coach, we're joined here with our West Florida head coach, Mike Jeffcoat, and then players number 31, Dalton Neuschwander, and number 24, Dean Holtz. Coach, just opening thoughts on today's game.
Just really proud of the team's energy again, led by Dalton Neuschwander. Gave us great 8 innings. They scored a couple runs, scratched a couple runs on some choppers, but he pretty much kept them at bay all day long. And our offense got going, and we were able to swing the bats. We knew we were going to have to score some runs in this tournament to win. Florida Southern's got a good offense, and we were able to hold that down and be able to generate some offense, and that's key to winning in this thing.
Dalton, you had over 110 pitches, most pitches that you've thrown this season. An incredible outing by you. 13 strikeouts, most for this season. Just how did you feel out there? Because you looked great, but how did you feel? You had 3 appearances during that GSC tournament, 1-5-1. So just how did you feel out there?
Yes, sir. First, I want to give all glory to God, allowing me to play this great game. Yeah, 3 appearances in the GSC tournament didn't exactly go the way we planned. I was supposed to close and get to a start, but just never got to the start. So coming out here, it's first start in a while. As Jacob Heath would put it, a little 2-week hiatus. Allowed me to rest up and throw my best. But when I'm playing behind those guys, I'm so confident that they'll make any play. I just feel that zone, and that's what we did today.
Dean, you had a great outing. 3-5, 3 runs scored, 3 RBI, a couple homers in there. How did you feel today, and how did you just help keep the momentum, especially maybe coming into that 9th inning when Florida Southern was trying to stage what would have been a pretty sizable task in the bottom of the 9th?
Yeah, I just keep the energy up. The team, the whole game, the energy was up. Guys did their job. We minimized the strikeouts, and we had 12 hits, so it's hard to lose a game with that many hits.
So you got the evening game tomorrow night with that 6 p.m. game. That'll be against the winner of tomorrow's game of Florida Southern and Delta State. Just how do you feel about, you got 2 wins in, no losses right now. Just coach first, how do you feel about going into that 3rd day of competition?
Well, this is the best position we've been in the last few years. Last 2 years, we've had good clubs, and we've gotten to the regional and been 1-0 and lost this 2nd game where we've had to come back through the loser's bracket. I think both years we won on Saturday, both games to force the if necessary, but it's tough on your pitching staff, and we'd like to try to win this thing in 3 games if possible. Obviously now we're in the best position possible, having to be beat twice. But we can't take anything for granted. We got to go play our best baseball and try to close this game out tomorrow night.
Dalton, talk a little bit about, you said maybe didn't start for a little bit here and there, being able to come back in, lock in. How easy or hard was it for you to just come back in, especially after a GC tournament? The last game was May 6th, and today, obviously, May 16th. So just talk a little bit about the ability to kind of lock in, and whether with a bigger distance, and if you guys move on, then you have super regionals, which is in a week. Mm-hmm. Just how you kind of prepare for that, starting, not starting, when you need to be called on.
I just taking it one day at a time, trying to control what I control. I knew that Florida Southern lineup was going to be tough, facing them a couple times. They've gotten to me, and I've gotten to them, so all respect to them. Just trying to stay locked in and controlling what I can and going at them. That's first pitch strikes and then hit my spots. Like I said earlier, with that defense behind me, I knew they could make plays, so it gives me the confidence to fill the zone up.
Dean, talk a little bit about the rest of your team. The lineup did a really great job of being able to just consistently get on base. Florida Southern had a good number of walks from their pitching staff as well. So let's talk about the energy of the guys, and then being able to, just stay consistent and get some at-bats, quality at-bats.
Yeah, it's all about giving it to the next guy. Drawing the walks, getting the bunts down. Sack bunts are huge, building momentum, And, if you do that, you'll get guys on, you get runners on every inning, and you'll win the game.
So West Florida Argonauts, they are 2-0 right now in the NCAA Division II South Region number 2 tournament. This was after Game 4, an 11-6 win. They will be facing the winner of Florida Southern versus Delta State tomorrow, 6 p.m. at Henley Field, here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Coach, players, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we are here with the press conference. Game was Game 4 of the NCAA South Region number 2 bracket tournament. University of West Florida against Florida Southern. West Florida winning 11-6. We're joined by head coach of Florida Southern, Rick Odette, number 1, Jevin Relaford, number 19, Mikey Scott, number 13, Sean Riley. Just Coach, opening thoughts after today's game.
Yeah, obviously not the way we wanted to go today by no means, but from the same end, it's it was a game early, and all of a sudden at about the 5th, 6th, he started falling apart a little bit. There were some positive things, stuff that we know we're going to get better at, and we will tomorrow. These guys did a good job of keeping the game intact, and then, we had a chance there at the end that I think we made some people nervous. So, and that's one thing this group has always done all year is no matter if we've got one strike left or not, we're going to keep playing until the end. So I was proud of them for that. We've got some stuff we need to clean up, and I know tomorrow we'll be ready for it.
Joined with a bunch of graduating seniors from the program, guys that Sean and Jevin have been here for a couple years. Mikey's first year, not new to you, transferring over from St. Leo. Just talk a little bit about the guys that are next to you and just what they mean to the team, the kind of leadership that they bring.
Well, I think anybody that would listen, the two guys to my right, and Jevin and Sean, is, these guys have been here for a few years now, and when I got here, they were the first ones to buy in, and I can't thank them enough, and that's why, obviously we want to keep them, we want to win this whole thing, but guys like them are who deserve it, because they've stuck through it, some good years and bad years and so on. But when I talk about, obviously they're great players, but better people. And I know that sounds a lot of time like just extra talk, but it's a real thing. And people that I'll have a relationship with forever. And then Mikey obviously came with us from St. Leo. And for me and Coach Caldwell and our whole coaching staff that came with us, he was our culture piece. How we did things, how we wanted to do things. These guys were already in on the buy-in. Mikey was helped to direct it the way, it wasn't new to him. So then he made it more comfortable for guys like Jevin and Sean. And I can't be more proud of all three of them, but we're not going to say goodbye yet. I can tell you that. We're going to keep this thing going.
So Sean, going into that 9th inning, or perhaps even the last 2 innings or so, kind of a pretty big deficit that was probably a little daunting to the team. What was kind of the message, perhaps, that coach or maybe some of the players or leaders amongst each other were, kind of spreading or telling each other to kind of stay in it?
What we were really thinking was just stacking at bats, one pitch at a time, not trying to do too much. You can't hit a 10-run home run. So really just going there with a clear mind and just try to get something going.
Jevin, career record holder for Florida Southern in stolen bases, a real threat, along with Mikey Scott, Grant Thorman, several others, 215 plus stolen bases as a program. Just talk a little about the importance of just getting on base, what you're trying to do to maybe draw some walks, get some hits down, just being able to, I guess, capitalize on one of your real strengths.
Anything to help the team, to be honest, and it was set to we're an aggressive team on the base path, at the plate, and I know me using my speed and Mikey, Grant, anyone on the team, that getting that extra base just puts us in a better position to score, and more runs, better chance of winning. So just always being aggressive, and it just makes everything a lot easier, especially as a hitter when you got someone on second instead of first, like ground ball to second now is the person on third, way easier to score now. Pop fly scores them, and the more runs the better. So I would just say us as a whole being that team that I guess scares people on the base path is a big strength of ours, and we need to keep doing that.
Mikey, how important was that last half inning for the team momentum going into an elimination game tomorrow at 2 p.m. against Delta State?
Yeah, it was super important. Like Sean said, the mentality in the dugout was just keep passing the stick. Each one of us believed that. We saw pitches. We weren't afraid to get deep in counts, and a lot of us just stuck to our approaches, stuck to our routine, and didn't let the moment get too big for us. We showed some fight that we proved to ourselves that we're never out of a ball game. we just got to keep it going tomorrow. First pitch tomorrow against Delta State. So.
Coach, you mentioned there are some positives to take away from the game. What are some of those positives that you're going to hope to use against tomorrow's game, stay advancing alive in this point of the tournament?
Well, I mean, obviously we didn't give up at the end. You know, a lot of teams would pack it in, and these guys never have. And so that's something to be proud of, and obviously take the momentum moving forward. I thought Evan Mobley did a really good job. It doesn't look like it on the stat line, but he saved their bullpen. And that was the goal, you know, and he knew it. He knew his situation. He knew what he needed to do, and he never wavered from it. So, you know, if you win a regional at the end of this thing, guys like Evan Mobley will come to the front, you know, because they save our bullpens, keep guys fresh, and he did a really good job. Obviously, not the result probably on a stat line that you're going to see, but I mean, he competed his butt off. For a guy that we needed to get out there and give us some out. So he did a really nice job. But I think overall, I mean, we're not happy we lost, obviously. But the one thing is we're not out of it. And they know it and they believe it. So that's our goal tomorrow, is come out ready to go.
A question for anyone, especially Jevin and Sean, of something that you guys have been here for a couple years with the program. Just something that you like in the team right now that gives you a lot of confidence going into this next game?
I would say the bond that we have. Since the fall, we've created a bond with everyone. There's no separation in the team. Everyone's in it together, and that is a huge piece for us. Being able to stick together as one, not separate, especially in like the late innings, down or anything. Like everyone's rooting for each other. Everyone's got each other's back, and that's a huge piece to it.
Yeah, I mean, our chemistry is amazing on this team. It's, you know, one of a kind. And, I mean, if you look at it, if you ask anyone on the team, and we're not just here at the field together, you know, our chemistry goes outside the field as well. And I believe that's, you know, really where it started. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. Even this is my first year here, and I feel like I've been here for all 5 years. And these guys, you know, brought me in with open arms, and I couldn't have asked for a better group, you know, from the younger guys all the way to the older guys. It's just been amazing, and we're just ready to keep it going and keep fighting.
It says double elimination tournament, so Mocs will play Delta State University tomorrow, 2 p.m. at Henley Field on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Coach, players, thank you.
Thank you.